Today we are having a class and we are discussing mines management. Mines management. And of course, here we have
Eki Amelia.
and
Gracewell Uchenyi.
okay, and two of them will be telling us some vital things about mines, at least to answer one or two questions, and also I will also be explaining what this mines is all about. So the mines don't mind us. So mines management, the N there means meeting, and it means meeting. I believe you understand what meeting is. In fact, as you are listening to me, and we are here, it's the meeting. A meeting is between two or more people. Then the I means incentives. For you to have a larger number of people in your meetings, for you to get more benefits, you need to make sure that you you give them incentives, and that's why in every meetings we have refreshment. That's a form of incentives. And at the same time, you program reward into meetings. Then the next one is conference and convention. Conference and conventions are alike because it's a gathering of a lot of people into a particular place to discuss something substantial about a situation they are passing through, or the community interest, or what is making the environment to work fine. And the last one is exhibitions and events. Exhibition and events is critical because exhibition is the display of skills, the display of a product and services in a confined environment, and that takes us to what we have for today. Now, here we're going to describe mines, describe how mines contribute to business growth. One of the major factors why this mines is very, very essential is that businesses want to have growth. They want to have growth and they want to develop. They want to move to the peak, and they want to make sure that they are sustainable. And because of that, mines will actually help to be able to achieve this. The term mines, like I said, means meeting, incentive, convention, and exhibition. And exhibitions or even events represent a sector of tourism, which include business events and activities. Business events. The purpose why this aspect of this topic is important is that mines gives you an opportunity to have a lot of things. It gives you opportunity to achieve your goal as far as meeting your target audience and meeting your target as it relates to profits, and getting a lot of things into your business. Travelers attending mines activities have a purpose. They have a goal beyond just leisure traveling. And you see, when people travel, what they do is that they have a place. They want to get a business in a particular place, either export or import, as the case may be. And attendees make sure that they do a lot. And when you attend events, we have a lot of things you take along with you when you are attending events. And what are the things? You go there with your clothing, you go there with your food, you go there with money, you go there with business proposals, you go there with so many things that are necessary for the events. And also, when you talk about meetings, like we said, in general, meetings, events, they are activities that involves attendees who share a common interest and whereby they gather in a particular place. Now, when you share a common interest, you definitely need to attend the place, and that's why most of the people that usually come up with these events, they are associations of corporate businesses, business associations, departmental associations, even some group of people come together. The place for the gatherings need to be a venue arranged before, and that is, it has to be arranged maybe 1 week or 2 weeks. Even the plan for the event must be arranged a long time. Then we have meetings. I'm going to talk about meeting now. Meeting brings lots of people together in a place for the purpose of sharing information and discussing and solving problems. And of course, organizations are created to solve problems. And as individual, if you are not solving problem, then there is no possibility of you getting any money or any fund for anything. So meeting attendees can get into a place because they want their problem to be solved. And meeting attendance can range from 10 to thousands of people. So we are not talking about 2 or more people. We are talking from that when people come for meeting, between 10 and 10,000, even at times million if it's a religious organization. During a meeting, there are usually some things that are necessary. Refreshment, food are very necessary. If you are planning a meeting, it may be served. People can go there and get the food, or it may be served for free. Then, what are the types of meetings we have? Number 1, we have board meetings, we have management meetings, we have shareholder meetings, we have training seminars, we have meetings with partners, suppliers, and we have product launches, strategic planning, and retreat. All these things are very, very important when you are talking about MICE. And the MICE contributes to business in a great way. For example, when you meet your meetings with suppliers, your meeting with customers, your meeting with a lot of people will help you know what is in their mind. Your meeting with them will help you know a lot of things that you need to do for them. And of course, that meeting in most cases are marketing oriented. And when you also look at the incentives you are giving to them in terms of reward, we endear them to your organizations. And of course, when you want more people to attend, you come up with conference. And of course, in organizations, we have the AGM, that's annual general meetings. And of course, if you want to display your product, your services, then you come up with exhibitions. MICE can help your organization, and you need to put that as part of your strategic plan in your company, especially in tourism and hospitality organizations. So we look at the meaning of each sector of MICE, and that's what we have already started discussing when we made mention of meetings. And for meetings, we have board meetings, and board meetings in most cases are between 10 people, maybe between 3, 4, or 10 people. Then we also have management meeting. Who are these people in management? We have the MD, we have the human resource manager, we have the accountants, we have the auditors, we have the operation managers, and as the case may be, these management people may just be maybe 5 or 10, depending on the number of people in the organization. We also have shareholders meetings. depending on the number of your shares. Now, you know, when you have a company which is very important, a limited liability company, can be the shareholders can be 5 or 10. But if you have a public liability organization, the shareholders can run to 100 or thousands, which is very, very important. Then we also have the training or seminar. So under meeting, we have meeting with partners and suppliers, product launches. You launch your products, and then you have retreats. Then, in addition to that, we go to the incentives. Incentives travel is a management tool for rewarding and motivating sales representatives. That is for the company. You bring in incentives as part of the things that your staff will be looking up to at the end of the year. And that's why multinational organizations, national organizations, and international organizations put this thing in place so that it will encourage staffs to put in their best to produce a lot of things for the organizations. And we see you do it for sales representatives, you do it for dealers, distributors, production workers, support staffs, and in some cases, customers. So incentives must be planned as part of your program. And when you talk about the incentives, you must make sure that you do that on a regular basis. And then, apart from that, the company must reward sales representatives who reach sales targets and send them for trips, for travels. And in most cases, at times, it also serves as motivation for others to be able to meet the expectation. Usually, the incentive trips come with hotel stay, tour packages, and planned activities. So, what are the factors behind incentive decision? Number one, we see incentive budget economy. Then, number two, political climate. Then, buying power. Then, safety and security. Values, uniqueness of experience. I look at incentive budget economy. So, how strong is the economy of the country? When the economy of the country is high, then it gives that is an advantage for organizations to be able to plug into this. Then, buying power. The more people buy products, gives you the opportunity to get that one done. Then we go to conventions. Similar to meetings, conventions are gathering of people with common objectives, common goal, common mission, organized to exchange information, to exchange ideas, to exchange views that are of interest to the group. So an organization, usually an association, will organize a meeting, a convention each year with a theme related to the organization topic. Those interested in registering for the convention can pay association fee. And of course, in Nigeria, we have the legal sector, that's the NBA, National Bar Association. For the accountants, we have the ICANN. And for other, we have for the engineers, we have for the business, that's National Association of Small and Medium Scale Business, we have for the Chambers of Commerce. All these things are put in place, and conventions comes up once in a year. And this is very, very important. So the major difference between a meeting and a convention is that a convention is a large event. Between a large event that will last for several days. It can last for 1 week or 2 weeks, as the case may be, and it involves social programs. So it's organized by association, that is professional associations, trade associations, voluntary associations, charity associations, political associations, and religious associations. And it's usually conducted once in a year, and this convention will generate income for the association. And lastly, we look at exhibition. Exhibitions are activities organized to show new products, services, and information to people who have interest in them, such as potential customers or buyers. The company showing their product, that is the exhibits, typically rents an area for the organization and with a booth to meet with potential buyers. What's the purpose? Get sales lead. That's the purpose of exhibition. When you exhibit your product, you get sales lead. Then you introduce new products. You build a network or influential contact. You gather latest information about the competitors, and you build your company's image. So industry associations, International Association for Exhibition Management, we have a lot of them. Then Center for Exhibition Industry Research, and even in Nigeria we have programs like that coming up on yearly basis. For the public, namely business to consumer, that is business to consumer, we have show, we have fair, we have expositions or expo. And for example, we have Lagos trade fair that comes up every November every year, and we also have for all the state. Then apart from that, is open to business buyers, namely business to business. We have trade show, trade fair, trade expo, and we also have a mixed event that is combined or mixed show. It is an exhibition that combines both trade and public together and is open to both corporate and public attendees. So you need to identify the one you want and make sure you decide to use this month as a strategy to grow your business. Yeah, and I'm going to ask the students here to tell me, to summarize what we have been able to do, what we've been doing since the beginning of the class, so that in order to get a feedback from them. Now, so Emilia, yes, what's your opinion about MICE, and how can MICE, how can a corporate organization use MICE?
Okay. MICE is simply like, it means meeting, incentives, convention, and exhibition. So a company can use MICE because it's related to travelers, that's like tourists, that when they are traveling or something, they will need some particular industries to help them in comfort in their traveling. So such industries include food, drinks, entertainment, shopping, and transportation, in order to live comfortably and fulfill their purpose as travelers or tourists.
So, Grace Wet, when you talk about meetings, what are the effects? What are the types of meetings we have?
We have different types, but before I go into that, meeting is like coming together of different persons for a particular purpose, for a particular event. We have the board meeting, the shareholders meeting, the management meeting, the product launch, and others. From this, it will lead to other parts of minds like incentives and convention and others.
Thank you very much for your contributions. And for next time, we're going to look at, we have already talked about meetings today, just like Grace Wet explained, and we'll be looking at and we have also looked at the factors behind incentive travel decisions as part of what we talk about. And we have also looked at the difference between meetings and conventions. And you know, the difference between meetings and conventions is that meetings are just between two people, between two and more people. Conventions talks about the large number of people. And the purpose of exhibitions. What's the purpose of exhibitions? Emilia, what's the purpose of exhibition?
First of all, let me explain what exhibition is. Exhibition is like showcasing a business or a product or goods and services to gain popularity or know more about the product. So the purpose of exhibition is to get sales leads, new product introduction, build a network for influential contacts, gather latest information about the competitors, and build the company's image.
That's
So,
fine. So, what is the impact of mice to a destination? What can mice do? How do you think mice can bring a lot to a particular destination? That is, you know, you want people to come to a destination. How can, you know, looking at meeting, you know, mice can bring a lot of impact to a destination in the sense that you have meetings in the place. There is the opportunity to sell a lot of products in that particular place. People will lodge in the hotels. The environment will be packed full within that time, and it's going to encourage the economic activities. And at the same time, when you look at the incentives will make people naturally to travel. In some countries, it is part of their program that a particular industry will go to a particular place to learn more about how their businesses, how the business can grow. So that is very, very important. Thank you for listening. And next time we are going to talk more about this mice, and we believe it's going to be an exciting moment for every one of us. So I wanted to say bye-bye to those people at home.
bye.
Bye.